Okay, karibu tena sana. Today we want to add one more button in our navigation bar, and then now we configure it in a way that the moment you click it, then a pop-up comes, or rather what we call the modal. So open your code. Let's go to the navigation bar, and then now just copy what you have here and then paste down here, and then change just the title, call this login, and maybe instead of using btn primary, we can use a different color like btn info. There are so many. If you go to W3 schools, you find that there's BTN info, there's BTN success, there's BTN danger. So you can pick either of these. Yeah, so make sure you have that with you. Then from there, we can begin. So if you have already done that, then you're expecting your page, your web application to be able to show that button. Let me see. Of course, it has the classes, it has the type, it has everything. So I'm expecting it to work. So let me just close what I have here. Then now open it afresh. Right click, open with live server, and here it is. So this is my button. So when you click this button, I want a pop-up to come carrying a form. So we call that module. So from W3 schools, I think you can be able to see such a module. So here it is. A good example is this. The moment you click this, then a pop-up comes. So to do that, then there are two classes that we need. There are two things that we need. There are two attributes that we need. The first attribute is called data toggle, and then now the other one is called data target. So you just need to come here, and then now in our button, which is this, you can define data toggle and data target somewhere. So you can just say data bs toggle. Let me start with first the data toggle, and then now from there I can define data target. So data toggle is module, and then now data target is the ID of my module. So my module, So that means I should have now a module that will be called, whose ID will be this the moment somebody clicks at that button. Okay, so instead of inventing the wheel, you can just copy this module here, and then now we make sure we give it the right ID. So copy the module, copy the module, copy the module, copy the module, copy it, copy that module part. Don't copy the button because already we have our button. So copy the module, go somewhere within your page, I want to do this somewhere before the body tag. So you can just create some big space here, and then somewhere down there I paste my module, and then now change the ID to my module. I think that is what I typed, my module. Let me confirm my module. Oh yeah, so this is it. So make sure the spelling is okay. So that means so far, the moment you click login, then a pop-up comes. So within this pop-up now we can configure and change what we want. So just go to the module, and then change a few things. Like number one, the heading here should be login here. And then now the body here, I am going to create my own form here. So I just say form tag, then inside the form I can create two inputs. The first input being input type is text, and then maybe I can have a placeholder to tell people enter username. And then now from there, if it's mandatory, then you can make it required. Of course, now I can create a break tag, and then I'll create another input whose type is password, and then now I have my users, at least to understand what they are supposed to type. I tell them enter password, and then of course maybe I can create a break. Then now lastly, a button input type equals submit. Remember, buttons do not have placeholders, they have values, so you can just have a value and tell the users to log in. Now, so far we have more or less achieved what we want, only that we haven't styled it to look skeleton. So we can now introduce bootstrap classes to make the input a bit look nice. So I can just say class form control. That's a bootstrap class that makes your form look a bit nice. So I can just say class equals form control. But now for a button, we need classes for button. The first class for button is btn. Then the next class is the button color. So you can say button btn success, or btn info, or btn danger, depending on what you want to achieve. There you go. My form now looks a bit nice. Remember, it is Python or PHP that now should process this data. So for now, we are just doing the front end. If you collapse your window, maybe on a mobile phone, then of course you're expecting it should be able to fit quite well. It should be able to fit and extend automatically. So that is what we wanted. Of course, now you may need to copy that code across the 3 pages, because remember, so far we don't have any language that we have done that we can be able to reuse this code across, or rather reintroduce the code across. So you just need to have the model across the 3 pages, that is in the index page. You need to have that model somewhere down here, you can have that model, and then even in the contact page you can just have model. But the moment we start now learning the PHP or the Python, you'll find that using that language, then you can just create one code and call it anytime you want to use it. So for now, we are just doing it manually. Then now there's that button that we needed, this button. So we can have this button again across the 3 pages in the navigation bar. Can have that button across the 3 pages in the navigation bar. Just there, even in conductors, at the navigation bar, somewhere just there. So that is what we wanted to achieve for today. God willing, we'll do collapse and maybe carousel and many others in the next class. Thank you.